Michael.
Hello.
I'd like to ask, your daughter's getting of the age for these books now, so I just want to know overall what did she think?
She's been the age for these books from the beginning.
Yeah, yes, I know how that goes. I'm wondering how she thought about your portrayal of Aro, and also, is there a character in history or in a book that she has told you she hopes you'll play someday?
That she hopes that I'll play someday.
She'd like to see you play.
Which, when I first told her that I was going to be playing Aro, she, and this was a good lesson actually, because she said that Aro's bald, completely bald, and I realized, oh, I see, everyone gets their own idea of the characters. That's the thing, you know. And I thought it was going to be, she'd be really excited when I said that I was going to be in it, but in fact she was really annoyed, because you know it was her thing. She was, I think about 8 at the time or something. And if someone had come along when you were 8 years old and gone, I'm going to take that thing that is really special to you, that you think is yours, and I'm going to take it away from you. It's going to be mine now. And so I kind of slightly underestimated the effect on it. But she got very excited about it eventually. But you do realize that, you know, with the people who are really big fans of the books, nothing can beat what you imagine in your head, really. So even though I wasn't a bald Aro, hopefully she still kind of liked it. And a character that she would like me to play, I don't know, I think she'd probably just like me to carry on playing her father, probably. She's had enough of all the acting, you know? Yeah, just be around as much as possible.
Hi.
Hi.
Aro is obviously a very scary vampire in the grand scheme of things.
No,
but
not at all.
I was going to say, I think you play him with a bit of an edge of comedy, too. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Well, one of the things I always liked about the character, as Stephanie had sort of written and hinted at in the book, I suppose, and I took it a bit further, was the idea that he's just this sort of, he thinks of himself as being this sort of sentimental old fool and just enjoys watching the young people having fun, and then likes to kill them. So I like the idea of someone who, instead of just being kind of, you know, the big bad guy or whatever, he actually, there's something a bit more fun about him. And also the idea of someone who's been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. I would imagine the biggest problem is you just get bored. Like that, you know, who wants to live forever? It's just really boring. And so he has to come up with things to kind of allow him to enjoy, you know, anything that's new is kind of interesting, as well as being quite threatening. It's quite interesting as well, because at least it's something different. And so I like the idea of someone who's constantly trying to amuse themselves as well. And then that kind of brings a little bit more humor to it, I guess, which is kind of good. And then I think hopefully also, and especially in this film, it allows the moments when it really is kind of horrible to be more chilling, I suppose. Like, I really creep myself out in this film. And I don't usually, but there are moments in it where, you know, you see the character, you suddenly see how much he enjoys the violence and just the general meanness, and there's like the smile or the kind of insanity of him really that's going on underneath, and so keeping it kind of light and playful for a lot, it kind of really helps them when you go for the more sort of nasty moments, I suppose.
I have a kind of weird here, the front row. Hi.
Hello.
I have a kind of weird questions. Whenever I see Aro, it's yes, he's a vampire. He doesn't blink, but you're human. And you have to wear the right contact lenses. Whenever I wear the contact lenses, I blink so much.
No, I'm wearing contact lenses now. I'm wearing my human being contact lenses. They cast me because I actually do have red eyes. It's just a little weird quirk that for once in my career I could actually not have to wear contact lenses, which was kind of handy.
What's so challenging? You know, not
it
wearing.
Is. I mean, listen, having anyone fiddle with your eyes is not what you want to be happening first thing Monday morning, really, is it? So, yeah, having the lenses. But in the Underworld films, I'd had to wear lenses as well for when I sort of transformed into the werewolf, and also in Tron, I had to wear contact lenses as well. But these ones, I'd never worn them for that long before. You know, wearing them all day, and the ones, annoyingly, the ones that I had to wear had to be, as I used to remind all the rest of the cast, were bigger than everybody else's, because they wanted to affect my entire eyeball rather than just the iris. So rather than just changing the colour with the Cullens and with the other Volturi, they wanted to, because I was supposed to look much older, so it affected the rest of the eye. So they're like golf balls, like half golf balls, that in order to get them into your eyes, you have to have someone lifting the eyelid, the top eyelid, just to put the first bit of it in, and then lift the bottom part of the eyelid to get the rest of it in. And the whole time, you know, human beings are not meant to have things shoved in their eyes. So everything in you is kind of trying to resist it and stop it. But you also know that the more you fight it, the more they're just going to have to take it out and just do it again, because I'm not getting, you know, I used to say, can't you just CG my eyes at the end or something? But then once they're in, then you have to kind of just relax and let them get in. And then you have to have someone with you all day, because they have to put drops in and make sure it doesn't dry out. And so everything goes a sort of a pinkish hue, and you don't have much, you don't have much peripheral vision, and it does affect your vision. So I would just go very quiet all day, which kind of helped the character, I suppose. But I would, because if I allowed myself, I would go into hysteria at any point. So having that kind of slightly contained hysteria all day was quite good for the character, really. So, you know, use everything. Always acting, always